Going to be delivered by Dr. Michael Ejekum. He is the Chief Executive of the Kama Group of Companies. Good morning, and you're welcome to Multi TV and to My Business 2010.
Good morning, Lai.
Okay. You have, can you tell us what your presentation is going to be about?
Creating a successful business enterprise.
Okay.
Creating a successful business enterprise.
Exactly. And our lecturer this morning came in and made us feel quite like it's a typical classroom. He came in and he says, okay, give me your names. So take a sheet round, and he took a sheet round and he got all the names. And I think you'd like to know who the members of the class are. So probably you may want to go around. And
who is Kenneth? Tony. Oh, you have to shout that so that I know that you are present here. Adam Abukari. Yes, sir. Present, sir. Present, sir. You're right. Robert Kote. Yao Asamoah. Present, sir. Excellent. Beautiful class.
Okay. Now, so we'll take, it gives you an idea how this whole class is going to be like for today. We'll take a commercial break and we'll be back right after. So do stay tuned.
Night on Joy Sport every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m.
All right, so you're welcome back, and straight on we're going on to our presentation, which is going to be delivered once again by Dr. Michael Ejekum Ado. He's the Chief Executive of the Kama Group of Companies. My name is Israel. At this point, Doc, I'll just leave it to you to go ahead with your presentation.
Thank you, Israel.
And I'll be listening attentively, just like everybody else.
Right. Good morning, class. Good morning, sir. We are now in level 200, and I believe you are going to cooperate and understand the issues of creating a successful business. I want to assure you that you will love this class, and it's the most beautiful class ever I have met. Now we are going to create business, and all of you are businessmen and businesswomen. Wonderful. We are going to start this topic, creating business, creating a successful business. I hope you've noted it down. First and foremost, for every business to thrive, you have 5 M's that we are going to discuss this morning. And those are manpower, materials, machines, marketing, and money. Which one is the most important? Anybody? Yes? Manpower. Wonderful. Which is the least important? Money. Excellent. A lot of Ghanaians believe that money is the most important. So I'm happy that this class knows that money is the least important. Now, if money is the least important, then why are not people creating businesses? We have to concentrate on manpower. So now, this morning, we are going to discuss manpower. Manpower has these 3 factors to be a successful person: attitude, skills, and knowledge. Acronym is ASK. Attitude, skills, knowledge. All of you, attitude, skills, knowledge. Once more. Attitude, skills, knowledge. Excellent. Now, if you know that attitude, skills, and knowledge are the main factors of succeeding in your enterprise, then I'm saying that science has shown, research has also confirmed, that knowledge takes only 15%. As you are in this class, if you become the best, you have 15 over 15. Would you have passed in the world? 15%? No. Now, you need skills. Skills is 25%. If you add 15 plus 25, how much do you get? 40. Would you have passed? No.
Somebody said you get a D.
No. You would have failed, because my pass mark is 60. Whoa. All right. So attitude itself is 60%. All right? So science has shown that to be a successful person, you require attitude. Attitude. So let's see how attitude is. If A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and Z is 26, as by the alphabets, choose the numbers on A, T, T, I, T, U, D, E, and total it. Sum it up. Fast, fast, fast. 100. Excellent. So attitude is a word in the English language which is philosophical, meaning 100% everything.
Doc, let me just quickly interrupt you and explain this bit. You talked about attitude, and yes, what you did was you put figures as per how they appear in the alphabets. A is 1, so T is number 20 of the alphabet.
Yes.
Interestingly, if you put it all together, A, T, T, I, T, U, D, E, you get 100.
You get 100. It's philosophical. Numerologically.
It's interesting.
Yes. Attitude is 100% everything. So I want you to succeed in your crave for business, to make money, in your marriage, in everything that you do. I'm saying that attitude is everything. If attitude is everything, then where comes from attitude? Why do we go to church? Why do we worship God? They are telling us the principles whereby our attitude, our character will be molded Christ-like or Muhammad-like or whatever. So it's so important that your mindset is geared towards a good attitude. I'm saying that from infancy you've been taught about witchcraft, juju, all kind of stuff. And it puts fear in us. And that blinds about 3/4 of our mindset. I'm saying this morning that take away those fear and you'll be on the right path for success. If you pick up your brain and you watch it, you see that it's divided into two. The left-hand side of the brain and the right-hand side of the brain. I'm talking about attitude, and I'm talking about the mindset. I'm talking about the brain. So you are following. We started with what is what. So we started with the factors. And then we came to realize that manpower is the most important thing. And who is the manpower? It's your brain. All right? And now we are on the brain itself, the structure of the brain. If you divide it, if you look at it, it's divided into two, left-hand side and the right-hand side. Research, again, has shown that the left-hand side of the brain controls language. As I speak to you, are following with the left-hand side of the brain. Logic, analysis, mathematics, and arguments. Now, you are following all that I'm saying logically. But the right-hand side of the brain is color, rhythm, music, imagination, creativity, and innovation. So if you want to be a real entrepreneur, I'm telling you, my friends, you've got to start developing your right-hand side of the brain. All right, class? Yes. Are you following me? Yes. Because your left-hand side of the brain is well developed, automatically you are following me. But let's just imagine your home, your village, your mother. You can remember the face of your brothers and sisters, can you? Yes. Yes, that's the power of your brain. Right now you can remember the soap that you used in the morning, can you? That is the right answer of the brain. But can you imagine next year what's going to happen? You cannot. Those are the visionaries. Those are the dreamers. Those who can use the right answer of the brain to see ahead. So we tell you that as an entrepreneur, you've got to be a visionary. Meanwhile, you don't know how to vision. So we keep on telling you. I'm telling you that you can train yourself to be a visionary, to be a dreamer. Are you following me? Yes. Excellent. Excellent. You are a very good class. Now, watch this. Read this sentence within 10 seconds and give me how many F's, the F's in the sentence. How many F's do you see in this sentence?
Okay, and quickly, for those of you who are listening on radio, there's a slide presentation here, so you wouldn't exactly see, but they are going to focus on it and answer.
Finished files are the results of years of scientific study combined with experience of years. How many F's did Kenneth see?
5.
You saw 3?
5.
5? 4? 6? 3. How many of you saw 3? How many? Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 10 people in the class saw 3. How many saw 4? 1, 5, 1, and 6, 1. And 1 didn't see at all. All right. Now let's go back and read it. Finished files One is F, 1, the other one, 2,
Fouls, second.
3,
Off.
4,
Off.
5, and 6. So let's clap for the one who got 6. Now, why did you see 3 instead of 6? It's clear. You cannot tell me you don't know the letter F. Now, I'm only telling you that the eyeballs is only a gate for the light. The brain is everything. So you see a lot in this world, but you know very little. That's what I'm trying to prove to you. As an entrepreneur, you have to open your eyes and use your brain. Use where? Again? Again, once more. Yes, your brain, your brain. So with that, your brain now conceptualizes a lot of things that the eye sees. This bottle has an orange in it. How did the orange enter the bottle without breaking the orange nor the bottle? How did it enter? How? Adama? Yes. Do you have an idea? It's all imagination. And it's real. I'm telling you, this is real.
So before then, for those of you again on radio, on the screen we have here, we have a bottle, a small bottle of 500 milliliters with an orange in there. I'm wondering how it got in there, actually.
That's what I'm asking.
But you are going to answer.
Yes, Abdullah.
Yes, sir. If the orange is developing and you take the bottle to the tree, it's very small.
Let's take your microphone. There's a microphone here in your row. Take it up and...
For example, when the orange is developing, it's very little. Okay? So the tip can enter into the bottle. So you just hang the bottle at the end. So while it's growing, it will be growing with the size of the bottle. And when it's okay to drop into the bottle.
Shall the class clap for him? That's the orange will start in a flower form. Then the flowers will drop off, remaining the bud. At that time, it can enter the bottle through the neck. Then you hang it there, all right, for a period of, let's say, 3 months, 4 months. It will grow to the size, the weight, the volume that you are expecting. And then you plug it, and you have the orange in the bottle. How would you get it out?
You have to
without breaking the orange, nor the bottle. Again.
Really?
Now, I'll give it to you as a homework because you want to be entrepreneurs. All right? Are you enjoying it? Excellent.
Okay, whilst they figure out how to get it out and consider this as a homework, we want to take a break. Let's take a break, and then when we come back, we'll continue with, I see, Karma Principles. Right. We'll take the Karma Principles when we come back from the break. But you're still watching or listening to the second class of My Business 2010, right here on Joy 99.7 FM and on Multi TV, also on the internet.
This October on the Joy TV Power Series, The Devil's Mistress.
I'd love to see a woman with spirit.
Set against the backdrop of the English Civil War.
You and I will need each the other.
A dramatic tale of intrigue and lust. Caught in a web of deceit and betrayal, she must fend for herself and her child.
Why have you persecuted me, Sarah?
Because you are the age, madam. Weak, womanish, lustful.
Devil's Mistress.
Comes with Charles Stewart. You and I will need each the other.
Starring Andrea Riseborough, Dominic West, John Sim, Michael Fassbender.
Sexby, if you return ever, I will have you hanged.
This woman is the epitome of wickedness. She consorts with men.
This miniseries is a rich tale of love, betrayal, and renewal. Set in a time when yesterday's lovers could suddenly become tomorrow's enemies. The Devil's Mistress, showing on 30th to 31st of October at 8 p.m. each night.
The Foundation for Fruitful Families presents Seasoned Lessons for Family and Marriage Enrichment.
Vision of a wife was the best thing that ever happened.
Do you wish to experience God's ideal home being a place of hope, happiness, love, peace, and friendship? Watch Reverend Dr. John Bigate as he takes you through the path to rest, renewal, and restoration of your marriage and relationship.
Treated marriage as a relationship between man and women.
Tune in every Saturday from 4 to 4:30 p.m. to this channel and watch Fruitful Family. It's a program that teaches pragmatic positive principles for building a happy home, a meaningful marriage and a fruitful family. Remember, it is Fruitful Family every Saturday from 4 to 4:30 p.m. Peace and prosperity shall be your portion.
Goge Africa, an award-winning travel show seen by almost 50 million viewers worldwide. It explores African art and culture, focusing on performance, festivals and events. Goge Africa, showing on Cine Afrique, Saturdays and Sundays at 7:30 p.m.
All right, so you're welcome back to level 200 of My Business 2010. That's our presenter or our lecturer for today, Dr. Michael Ejekum. He likes to describe the class. So we're moving on to Karma Principles. He said, by the way, this presentation and everything that for those of you who are listening on the internet and you'd like to actually see what's going on, you can go to multitvworld.com/streams. Streams with an S. multitvworld.com/streams. Doctor.
Right. Now we are talking about creating a successful business. And we have identified manpower as the most important. And if he's able to organize himself, he'll get machines, materials, money, and marketing. Then you'll be in business. Then we have focused on the brain. And I'm saying that the brain is so powerful that it does a lot of things. Now, for you to get the right character, I have crystallized these things into 7 principles. Number 1 is honesty and reliability. We talk about honesty all the time, at church, in school, everything. But to be a businessman, you've got to be a reliable person so that you don't have any excuses. I'll put all these in this book, 7 Principles of Success and Wealth Creation. The number 1 is honesty and reliability. I'm saying that on page 17, open page 17 of your book, and you realize that I've listed excuses that Ghanaians give for not getting something done. Oh, I forgot. Teresa, what is the next one?
Because of the rain.
Because of the rain, nothing works in Ghana here. True or false? Excellent.
Yesterday we had a similar experience. Yeah.
So you don't have to give an excuse. Because there are areas where snow falls heavily, but still things work. So we should not give the rain as an excuse here. Now, page 19, if it is religious, Gloria.
It's not good.
It's not good. Next.
It's Satan.
It's Satan. Yes.
It's the devil.
It's the devil. Yes.
It will be all right.
Yes.
God will provide.
Nyambetre. Now, all these excuses that we give gives you the impression that, oh, you are giving the right information. And the one who is listening has to be sympathetic to you, isn't it? Yes, but it will not make your business work. It will not make your business work at all. So avoid excuses. That's number 1. Because if you want a loan from the bank manager will not wait for you to go by the time that you want. We have Ghanaian time, but do we have Ghanaian watch? No. Do you have African watch? So why do you say African time, Ghanaian time? No. Avoid it and you'll be successful, all right? Be honest and reliable. Number 2 is hard work. If you go to work at 8 o'clock and close at 5, you do not read newspapers, you do not listen to the radio, you do not attend to visitors and friends. To you, you have worked hard. As far as I'm concerned as an entrepreneur, you have just worked normal. All right? What constitutes hard work in my dictionary is what you do before 8 o'clock and what you do after 5, in addition to the normal work. Number 3, don't spend it all. I'm saying that it's not everybody that has a lot of money that's rich. How did he get it? If your expenditure pattern is the same as the amount of money that you make per day or per month, you'll still be a poor person. All right? So, how do you make it? You have to reduce your expenditure and increase your income. Say it. Reduce expenditure.
And increase your income.
Excellent. So how do you do that? We'll come to it in a minute. So the next one is don't spend it all. All right? Don't spend it all. And I will just demonstrate to you right now. Just watch this bottle with water in it. And the water is the money. And as you pour on it, right, the money will be coming in. But your expenditure pattern are the holes in the bottle. And I've put some holes. And you see how...
Okay, so the bottle is open. The cap is slightly eased, loosened, and then we have the
now,
water
if you close it,
draining out.
It stops. If you open it, it starts. So I'm saying that your expenditure pattern are the holes. Food, rent, school fees, clothing. Close it. Stop it. Don't buy. And you see that the money will be coming into the bottle.
But we have to survive, though.
Yes. So don't spend it all. Means just spend it on the very, very necessary things. There are so many fanciful things that we do. If you're a lady listening to me and you have over 10 pairs of shoes, please think about it. Teresa, are you guilty? If you're a gentleman in Israel and you have more than 10 pairs, 5 suits, I mean, what are you talking about? Now, if you have more than 10 pairs of shoes, and I know some have 100, 200, if you come to town in 2 pairs of shoes, how would people see you? So you are always for one. So why do you spend all your money on clothing? Now, I'm also saying that food is another necessary thing. But I've observed that Ghanaians, we spend so much money on food and we waste it. To the extent that even the husbands believe that their pride is how much he can leave out so that they will throw it into the dustbin. It's money. If you go to parties, you watch how much food that we throw away. And that food, if you quantify it, and you, the husband, you are throwing away 2 Ghana cedi, the wife is 1 Ghana, the children 3 Ghana, add it up per day, per year, per 10 years. Wow. You see that a lot of money.
That's interesting.
And from Accra to Paga, Aflao to Elubo, everybody throws away food. So as a country, shan't we be poor? Shall we be poor? Yes. So don't spend it all. Then, after you have saved, please, I'm saying that try to invest some of the money and start as new entrepreneurs, up-and-coming entrepreneurs. Start by putting in the savings account. Don't buy shares yet. Don't buy bonds yet. Learn how to save. And how do you save? By reducing expenditure and increasing, reducing, increasing, and your bottle will be full. Money will be flowing. Then 5th one is don't forget who you are. Don't forget your history. All right? Because most of you, as you make it, then you forget about your village. You don't want to go there. And even you don't want your children even to visit your mom or your dad. It's very wrong. You lose your emotional balance. What am I saying?
You lose your emotional balance.
Yes. So if you live in the city all the time and your children fall victims to that, very soon you get frustrated. And hypertension galore. Diabetes will come. So watch out. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you've got to be healthy. And healthy means you also have to be spiritually healthy. And that is the bond between you and your people. You cannot force yourself to be a Chinese, neither an American. You are who? A Ghanaian. So in that case, even the food that you eat and your dress code should all be part of your culture. Then, I'm saying that these are the things that you need to do on the screen. For hardworking, we have already discussed. Frugal living, we have discussed it. And look at, there's no tree in this world without roots that can bear fruits. Okay? So what I'm saying is that try to get roots. If your mom, your dad is putting pressure on you as a fresh graduate, as a new entrepreneur, to bring money home, ask yourself, have you gotten roots? If the answer is no, please tell your mom, Mom, I cannot. For now, but in about 2 years' time or 3 years' time, I can afford. That's the only way you can get the roots, then you can bear fruits. Look at the other tree and realize that there's no roots. A little wind and everything will fall. If you have brothers that you have to look after, ask yourself, do you have roots? If the answer is no, ask them to work with you. Education is not a race. They can take their time. Fresh entrepreneur, you need to have roots. This is what we have just discussed. So this investment, a lot of people will tell you, I don't have money. The first thing that you need to do as an entrepreneur is to have money yourself. That is the savings that you have made before you go to relations. And then you can go to financial institutions. And if your uncle cannot help you, if your church member cannot help you, if your schoolmate cannot help you, ask yourself, what has been your character before? All right? Now, as entrepreneurs, you want to start business. This is a very important aspect of my teachings this morning. And watch it carefully. This is the ripple effect. This is my own philosophy. That if you put a stone in water, you see concentric circles. And it goes to infinity. And that's how life is. God started us with a fetus, a baby, and then adolescent, then adult, and you move on. The butterfly the same. From the egg to larva to pupa, and then to adult butterfly. Why is it that when we want to start business, we start, boom, Mercedes-Benz, boom, plasma television, you will fall. My dear friends, start small. If you want to buy television, 40 inches to start with. A small car to start with. But I warn you not to use second-hand cars. Brand new car. And later on we can discuss why I'm saying brand new car. Now, as you grow from the first concentric circle to the second one, so would your business be growing peacefully. Now, from the nucleus, if you go to the third concentric circle, immediately, you open 5 branches of your business. It's very wrong. When a problem comes, it will be very difficult for you to rise to the 5th concentric circle. Start from 1, 2, and 3. And my period of time is 3 years. If you start your business in Koforidua, take 3 years, learn about all the tricks of the business before you move on to Suhum. Then another 3 years you move to Accra. Then you move to Tamale. 3 years interval. And then you'll be building your concentric circles. Finally, class, I have enjoyed you. And I believe I should give you a prophecy. The prophecy I'm telling you, plus the whole world, that 20th century started with Industrial Revolution. And that was the machines doing everything. Ghana, we watched on. Africa, we were just lazily looking at them, and we are poor after 100 years. We did not take part in the Industrial Revolution. I must confess that we started in the 57 when we had independence with all the industries. But just after the coup, we destroyed everything. Until today, we don't have anything. We are trying to build it again, and it's not easy. All right? Now we are lucky that we are having a new revolution which is coming, and that is the entrepreneurial revolution. You must be part of it. And that's why I'm here this morning, to warn you that if you become lazy and go on to education, it's only 15%, my dear friends. Abdullah, you hear? Yes, sir. Only 15%. Teresa, you hear me? Yes, sir. Only 15%. Bob? Sir. Yeah, entrepreneurial. And that's all that we are discussing. Okay? All right, so I'm ending my message to you that there's this church which started nicely. 2 years later, the church was going down. So the pastor told the congregation that next Sunday, everybody should come to church in a funeral cloth or funeral dress, because we are going to bury the one who is destroying us, who is the normal Satan, the normal devil. Lo and behold, the Sunday came, and the pastor brought the coffin, and he asked the members to file past the coffin. So as usual, Abdullah was the number 1. Adama followed, and Teresa followed, and quietly they went to the coffin. You look at it, and you know the Satan. You see him clearly, because after you have all finished, we are going to bury the Satan, so that our business will grow, our church will grow. Apparently, there had been a mirror at the bottom of the coffin. So each one went and saw who? Yourself. So who was destroying the church? The members were destroying the church. So if you really have to make the church grow and succeed, it is who? You yourself. I pray that you will see yourself as the mirror, in the mirror of the coffin, and go and pray that your business will succeed. I hope that having come by these philosophies, and you want to be an entrepreneur and succeed as such, the top 100 CEOs, are not college people. Think about it. Richard Branson, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and the rest, they are all not graduates. So go to school, all right, but think about small vocations. Those listening to me, I want you to start letting your children do vocations: tiling, painting, masonry, hairdressing, mechanic. All these things give skills, which is 25%. It opens the mind and you become multi-skilled accountant, multi-skilled pharmacist, multi-skilled engineer, multi-skilled doctor. Otherwise, you'll be found wanting. I hope you have enjoyed my class.
They certainly have. They certainly have. Thank you very much. Beautiful. And I like to take your last quote. We are experiencing an entrepreneurial revolution in the world. This revolution will be as powerful to the 21st century as the Industrial Revolution was to the 20th century, if not more. Yes. And I should have done this before we started the session. Tell us a bit about yourself and how come you arrived at this wonderful presentation. Because the philosophies you have,
it's all self-made. Okay. And I'm saying that I come from one of the poorest homes in the country, and I'm now a member of the Ghana Club 100. So I have a story to tell, and I have the hope to give to the young up-and-coming graduates who want to make it in life. So my dear friends, just read the book or get a copy of the book from any of these bookshops, Kingdom Books, Silverbird, or Kama outlets, and you realize that you get all about my life, my story in the book, and then what I have come by. All right?
And the typical entrepreneur that he is, when he came in, you actually sold your book to us.
Oh, yes. You have to.
I thought you were going to give it to us for free.
No. Free things are not good. If you get free, all you know is rotten tomato that you've gotten free from the market. It's not good. So always try to pay something for whatever you are receiving. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you've got also to sell. Increase income, reduce
Beautiful. Okay, so this is level 200 of the My Business 2010 class. We're taking a break at this point, and I'm told radio will be cutting off, but we'll continue. We're still going to be seeing all of this on TV, on the Joy News channel, on Multi TV. We'll be taking the questions when we come back from the break after radio has taken off. But radio, if you still want to stay on, do stay on. Otherwise, go on to multitvworld.com/streams, and you can continue with continue to monitor the presentation. My name is Israelai. We'll be back after this break.
Gift Your Say, No Tribe, Ernesto Poku, Willie and Mike, Alabaster Box, Soul Willis, DSP Sapo, Cecilia Mafo, Florence Obinim, and Benes Ofe, together with the American gospel legend and renowned minister, CeCe Winans. In a night of special gospel music administration at Adom Praise, November 17, 2010, at the Dome, Accra International Conference Center. Time 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. In attendance will be Reverend Dr. Yao Zwansa, Gabriel Ansa, Eswu Mensa. It will be a night of explosion, breakthrough, and encounter with Jesus. Adom Praise, November 17, 2010, at the Dome International Conference Center. 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Adom Praise is proudly brought to you by Adom FM and supported by
He commanded and they were created.
The Foundation for Fruitful Families presents seasoned lessons for family and marriage enrichment.
Vision of a wife was the best thing that ever happened.
Do you wish to experience God's ideal home being a place of hope, happiness, love, peace, and friendship? Watch Reverend Dr. John B. Gate as he takes you through the path to rest, renewal, and restoration of your marriage and relationship.
Treated marriage as a relationship between man and woman.
Tune in every Saturday from 4 to 4:30 p.m. to this channel and watch Fruitful Family. It's a program that teaches pragmatic, positive principles for building a happy home, a meaningful marriage, and a fruitful family. Remember, it is Fruitful Family every Saturday from 4 to 4:30 p.m. Peace and prosperity shall be your portion.
Resurrection Power and Living Bread Ministries International presents Next Dimension. Come and be part of this powerful and spirit-filled moments in the presence of the Most High and get all the answers you seek concerning your finance, education, marriage, health and business. Invited guests: Prophet Samuel Addison, Reverend Dr. Christy Dotete, Prophet Opon Diallo, and your host, Reverend Dr. Yao Uswansa. Next Dimension starts from the 24th to the 31st October 2010. Venue: Dansuman 1 JHS, Okoti, Sahara. Time: 6:30 p.m. each night. Sponsors: DDP Outdoor Limited, Express Roofing, Unix Plus Laundry and Dry Cleaning, First Allied Savings and Loans Limited, Frames Oil, Burgess Olive Oil, K. Ofori Enterprise, Frederick Enterprise, Kumbaya Hotel, Voltic, Imanko Fashion Unisex Boutique, Multi TV, more TV for free. Don't miss out. Be part of this unique experience on Next Dimension.
All right, you're welcome back to level 200 of the My Business 2010 class. And as you can see, I have some candies that I've been given by Dr. Ejekumi. Says I should hand it over to the class. So I'm going to distribute. But we're taking the questions. If you ask your question, then I'll give you one. So let's start. But, I mean, before we even start, the participants are already excited about the presentation. And I asked them briefly to tell me what they made of the presentation. And so quickly, what do you make of the presentation?
It was great.
How about you, Tony?
It was so fantastic.
Okay.
I'm so impressed.
Abdullah?
Our grade is A++.
Okay, let's go with the questions. Tony, you can start with, or you don't have any question. Okay, let's go to the back. Okay, Abdullah.
Okay. Thank you, Doc. My question is, I know of Kama Group of companies. Is I hope you started with one company.
That's right.
And today you have multi companies.
Right.
You understand? And as a business entrepreneurs, we won't just look at one business. We want to have multi companies.
Right.
So how do you go by building a multi enterprise from your one business? Like for example, I have Third Eye Security. I need to diversify into other businesses to build a Third Eye brand. Thank you.
Good. If you remember the ripple effect, you start and after 3 years you have every right to increase. But then you've got to have your core business. Don't forget about your core business. My business is conglomerate, but they are all complementary. I started with one pharmacy shop. Now I have 11 pharmacies. And they were all retail. Now I have wholesale. I'm into manufacturing. I have a clinic and I have a forex bureau. You realize that they are all complementary. I need money to change to buy my raw materials. That's why I have the forex bureau. And if people want to have their health services, they come to my clinic. And as I speak to you now, my clinic is full of patients coming to have service. Then I'm also into conferencing. I have conference center. And the conference center in Accra, conference center in Koforidua, and the rest. I have a barber shop, all right? And I invest into ladies selling porridge. I have over 10 different kinds of businesses. Right now, to teach people like you, I'm into mechanics. I'm into, selling fried yam and Kelewele. All these are to help you grow your business. But mind you, I started in 1986, so we are 24 years. Don't try to copy me today. That's why the last principle is patience. The last principle is patience. And grow your business one at a time. Next.
Mention your name first.
I like the picture here.
Okay.
I want to make references to your book, and I'll open to page 27.
Right.
There's a quote here: "To be a wealthy person is not how much money you make, but how much you save.
Yes.
For wealth is not cash, but wealth is wisdom and people."
Excellent.
I'll focus on people. Then I'll move to page 35.
Right.
You say, "Preserve these three: good books, good reputation, good people." I'll focus on people here again. Then the last reference is page 86, where you say, "Give back to people."
Right.
I think we have this perception about where we are suspicious of each other, especially if you start business. You think people come around because they want your money. My question is, how do you stay focused? How do you have a clear conscience and think, look, I can use people to achieve my aim. I can love people, and people are not here to dupe me. And how do you do it?
Okay. Well, before you answer that question, I also have a question for you. How come you're able to scan through the book whilst you're supposed to be paying attention to the lecturer?
I scanned through the book before we started the lecture.
All right. I think he needs a candy.
Okay, I'll give him one.
Yes. I think it's a very good question.
Thank you.
Now, getting people, making people, during your business, before you start, is people. They will give you the ideas, all right? And then as you watch people, you also get ideas and you see opportunities. You need people to work with, and you need people to buy from you. So it's all people. Before, during, after, it's all people. Now, the key word here is good people. Honestly, some workers really destroy our businesses. Some workers steal. I tell you, 2005, my Forex Bureau manager stole all my money. All. Over 3 billion were stolen. And I've taken him to court. We have not started the case yet. So the judiciary has something to tell us as a nation. We have not started them. I even complained in the newspapers. The Chief Justice wrote to me, and I'm saying that I'm still confused. We have not started. The guy is walking the streets of Kumasi. So such a person, if my business was only the Forest Bureau, I would have collapsed completely. Every day you watch and read in the newspapers, you see disclaimer, police wanted, everybody duping somebody. So people will make you and people will unmake you. So you have to have the brain, the skill, the prayer, not to come across dubious people. Come by honest people. So if you are honest, you attract honest people, isn't it? Depending upon who you are, I'm telling you, God is so wonderful. If your mindset is such that you are reliable, you don't spend all your money, you are patient, blah, 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 you will also come by these kind of people and you will grow faster. So if you know that your friends are bad, you know it. If they are good, you know. Out of your class, in your JSS and SS, you know the good ones, you know the bad ones. You know the creepy ones, you know the stubborn ones. You know. So I hope that with your kind of experience that you have in life, you may be able to sieve that kind of people and use them.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. We'll take a lady now.
Yeah.
Gianni Clothing. No, Esther.
Yeah, Prof, you said we should save.
Yes.
And you made mention that we shouldn't buy second-hand cars.
Yes.
Why that? Because when in Ghana,
you think that the
so
brand new is expensive?
Yes.
It's not. It's rather the cheapest. Because I said with the ripple effect, buy small car. And all you know, if you want to buy a Mercedes-Benz second-hand, the price will be the same as, I don't want to advertise for any auto company. But there are small cars. Which of them do you see? The small cars? Whatever. So start with that. And all you know is about $9,000 for which you want to use the same money to buy a second-hand Mercedes-Benz, which will worry you. No, yes, next.
Michael Ejukum.
Your name first.
I am Andrew Boniquest. With the benefit of hindsight, what is the most important lesson you regret not learning when you first started your business?
Up to today,
for the benefit of hindsight.
If I look back, my history, what is the question?
What is the most important lesson you regret not learning when you started?
We are taking a bank loan. Up to today, that's what I have regretted taking. Because I realize I'm working for the banks. So, if possible, avoid.
Which is what you said, that probably you could contact your relations.
Yourself, your relations, before you go to the institutions. All right? Because soon the year ends and the percentage of interest will come on top of the principal. And you know, in Ghana, our interest rate is so high. It's now above 25%. And quite recently, we were around 35%. And the year will just come, and then the bank will take all your interest. I warn you, as up-and-coming entrepreneurs, to be very careful with the banks.
Okay. Take the microphone, Esther.
Venture capitalists.
Is there no interest? So long as there is an interest rate, I'll advise you to avoid it as much as possible.
But what if you go to your friends or your relations, and they also sometimes will say that you'll have to pay something on it?
Well, they will be reasonable. Let's say 10%. 10% is a reasonable fee. But in Europe and America, now China is 0%. They give you the loan and you don't have to pay any interest. So you know, as you pay the bank, your principal will be reducing. Here, as you pay, the principal will still be there and it will be swelling. If you don't pay the interest, they add up. They add up to the principal. And you see that it will be growing, it will get obese.
Okay. A follow-up question. I want to know, do we have options? I'm believing we access these loans from the bank because it's an unnecessary evil. We can't do without them. There are no options. So if there are options, I just want you to throw light on that.
I think we have just discussed that the first option is to be yourself and grow small at a time. The second option is to get your relatives and friends who will give you a lower interest rate. So long as the banks do not come below 10%, it's not of any interest.
Okay. Next question. Let's take your question. We'll come back to you.
I'm Adam Abukari. I want us to look at the right-hand side of the brain.
Excellent.
Where you talk about imagination, creativity, and innovation. Now, if you want to pick creativity, for instance, you would want to, as you create new things, virtually there's nothing new, but as you add value to other things, you encounter skeptics who may look at you and say, what you've done is certainly a trash. How do you manage that?
Now, look at these sportsmen. We are talking about right hands of the brain, which is color, music, creativity. Now, they are being creative in the sense that for 22 players on the field, attracting 90,000 people on the stadium, and over 10 million people watching the television. It's a wonderful thing. If they were not creative, for which will beat the minds of those watching, you wouldn't go and pay to watch them. So what is in it that makes it so special? You like soccer. Let's take Ronaldinho. He's coming to score Ghana, and Essien is able to block him in the middle. With all the semantics, the keche that Ronaldinho would do, Essien will just use a microsecond of his brain to take the ball away from him. So it makes Essien a special person. And that's the more reason why we pay him so much. Creativity is not coming just for fun. And I want you to start developing your creative potential. Because without the creativity, yes, you see somebody selling kenke. And you see it as and logically you say that I am a graduate, I cannot sell kenke. I say, oh, your imaginative power is so small. Why wouldn't you, as an entrepreneur, go into kenke industry and you call it Kenke Africa? Your kenke industry is such that you put the kenke selling in a room, put air conditioning, dress your workers. Now, when any customer enters that room, he has a choice of what type of kenke: Fanti kenke, Gan kenke, Achim kenke, Asante kenke, Northern kenke. What's the name of Northern kenke? Anybody? Kafa. Excellent. You have all these, and then the sources are different, and you have a special name in this city called Kenke Africa by Teresa. Who wouldn't come there? Creativity. And it's coming through the mind. Now, if you watch this as a picture, and they tell you this one is worth 5 million, then you ask yourself, picture we are 5 million. Because you cannot understand the work of the artist. That's why artists in this country, unfortunately, are poor. Because we cannot appreciate what they do. Or because our right hand side of the brain is kaput. You go for a launching of a song, they tell you the first person is buying it at 10 million. And at 10 million. All right? We cannot value creativity. So if I should answer your question rightly, then I'm saying that start developing the right answer of the brain. And how do you do it? You don't have time. If you have time, another time, level 500, then we'll come and discuss that one.
Okay.
Well, I am Tony.
One final, okay, Tony.
Tony Sender, Horseman Shoes. We have heard about attitude. What really are the factors or the tenets of attitude? Like if you have a very good attitude, what will show that you have a very good attitude?
Excellent. The answer is in this, that start practicing reliability. Now, if you tell your friend, I'll be there at 2 o'clock, and you are there 1:45, you are displaying the right attitude. You don't need to give any excuse. But if you go there at 2:30, you would have to explain why you were late, isn't it? Then that means that you have the wrong attitude. Now, if you don't spend it all and you start saving, you have the right attitude. You have overcome the tricks of money. If you are patient, as far as the book is concerned, you have the right attitude. If you fear God and you love thy neighbor as yourself, you have the right attitude. That's why I've gone so low to crystallize what is in attitude, what is in character, what is in success. It's all about this book. Recommend it to friends, recommend it to your family members, and this is the legacy I'm leaving for Ghana. I'm telling you. It's a 35 years of research. We take a lot of things for granted, but I'm saying that these make who we are. Either we are losers or we gain. I hope you have enjoyed the class. So you wish to meet me again.
I want to visit you in your office.
You see. So organize the class very well, and then we'll meet at level 500. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doc, for being our lecturer this morning, and for the candies that you gave to us. We really appreciate it.
Who hasn't got it? Yes.
I'll give them some more. And you know, like I keep on saying, like...
If you have promised them, then you give them.
I will give them. And like I keep on telling you, there's so much that's going to take place even after the cameras are off or when we're off air. But thank you very much once again. I'd like to say to Dr. Ejekum for being part or making the time to come here and give us this wonderful presentation. Same time tomorrow, we're going to have another presentation. So you'd have to make a date with us tomorrow, same time, on Joy, on Multi TV, on the Joy News channel on Multi TV, or you can also stay online on multitvworld.com/streams. Thank you very much for making a time to be with us. And Dr. Ejekum is showing his book where he wants to take advantage to also market it. So it says, why not? The book is the 7 Principles of Success and Wealth Creation, Experiences of an Accomplished Entrepreneur. And he says that this is a result of 34 years of hard research.
Yes.
Yeah. When he's taking all the hard knocks of life to produce this book. So let's make a date tomorrow. But this program will be repeated on Multi TV at 8 p.m. tonight. Thank you very much for making the time to be with us. And my name is Israel Lai. Make a date with us tomorrow. Bye.